In the early 20th century, Nikola Tesla, the brilliant inventor and scientist, was at the peak of his revolutionary work. His inventions, from the alternating current system to wireless communication, had already changed the world. But among his many projects, one stood out as both fantastical and controversial: the Deathray. Tesla first mentioned the concept of a particle beam weapon in 1934, during a period when the world was on the brink of war. His idea was to create a weapon that could project a focused beam of energy, powerful enough to destroy aircraft or even entire armies from a distance. This invention, Tesla claimed, could be the key to achieving world peace by making wars obsolete. The Deathray, according to Tesla, was to use a principle he referred to as teleforce. He envisioned a machine that would harness the power of cosmic rays or other energy sources, amplifying them into a concentrated beam. The weapon was intended to be a deterrent, a way to force nations to negotiate rather than fight. Tesla's plans for the Deathray, however, remained mostly theoretical and were shrouded in secrecy. After World War II broke out, the US government became increasingly interested in his work. Tesla's papers and notes were scrutinized, and many were seized after his death in 1943. Despite extensive investigations, no clear evidence of a working Deathray was ever found. Tesla passed away in January 1943, in a modest hotel room in New York City. He was 86 years old and living in relative obscurity, his revolutionary ideas often overshadowed by financial difficulties and personal eccentricities. The world did not immediately grasp the full extent of his contributions, and his Deathray remained a subject of speculation and intrigue. Some theories suggest that Tesla's Deathray was either never completed or was not as practical as he had hoped. Others speculate that it might have been far more advanced than anyone realized, kept hidden due to its potential for destruction. Tesla himself, a man of grand ideas and sometimes fantastical claims, may have left behind a legacy of unfulfilled dreams and inventions that were ahead of their time. In the years following his death, the mystery of the Deathray has inspired countless books, films, and documentaries. Whether it was a stroke of genius, a miscalculation, or simply a visionary's dream, Tesla's Deathray remains a symbol of his boundless imagination, and his relentless quest to harness the forces of nature. As we look back on Tesla's life and work, it's clear that he was a pioneer whose contributions stretched far beyond his time. The Deathray, with all its mystery and intrigue, is just one example of how his genius continued to captivate and challenge our understanding of science and technology. Nikola Tesla's concept of the Deathray, also known as teleforce, was an ambitious idea involving a particle beam weapon that he claimed could have a profound impact on warfare and defense. Here's a detailed look at its features and potential functions. Features of Tesla's Deathray particle beam technology. Tesla envisioned the Deathray as utilizing high-energy particles directed in a beam. This particle beam was intended to be a stream of charged particles or atomic nuclei accelerated to extremely high velocities. Energy source. Tesla's Deathray was meant to harness a powerful and continuous energy source. He suggested using cosmic rays or other high-energy phenomena from space, which would be amplified by his device. The idea was to concentrate this energy into a narrow, focused beam. Amplification mechanism. The device was designed to amplify the energy of the particles using Tesla's principles of electromagnetic resonance. This amplification would allow the beam to reach a high intensity, making it effective over long distances. Directional control. The Deathray was intended to be highly directional, meaning it could be aimed precisely at targets. This precision was crucial for the weapon to be effective and for it to be used in a controlled manner. Range and power. Tesla claimed that the Deathray could be effective at distances of hundreds of miles, depending on the power and energy source used. The beam was supposed to be so powerful that it could disable or destroy enemy aircraft, tanks, and even entire armies from afar. Defensive capabilities. Tesla proposed that the death ray could be used defensively to protect nations from air raids or invasions. He envisioned it as a deterrent that would make war obsolete by giving any country that possessed it a significant strategic advantage. What it would do: destruction of targets. When focused on a target, the death ray would release an intense beam of energy capable of causing massive destruction. For example, it could disable or destroy military vehicles and aircraft by causing structural damage or initiating explosive reactions. Electromagnetic disruption. The high-energy particles in the beam could potentially disrupt electronic systems, causing malfunctions in communication and control systems. This would have been a significant tactical advantage in both offensive and defensive operations. Psychological impact. The mere existence of such a weapon would create a psychological effect on potential adversaries. The threat of being subject to such a powerful weapon could deter enemy actions and reduce the likelihood of conflict. Peacekeeping. Tesla believed that the death ray could be used to enforce peace by making it too risky for nations to engage in war. The idea was that if a nation possessed such a weapon, it could effectively neutralize any potential threats and maintain global stability. Practical challenges. Technical feasibility. The technology required to build such a weapon was highly speculative and beyond the scientific and engineering capabilities of Tesla's time. Issues such as energy generation, beam focusing, and particle acceleration were significant technical challenges. Energy requirements. The amount of energy needed to generate and maintain a focused beam capable of causing the described destruction would have been immense. Tesla's concept required advancements in energy production and storage that were not available during his lifetime. Control and safety. Developing a system capable of precisely targeting and controlling such powerful beams while ensuring safety would have been complex. Misuse or accidents could have catastrophic consequences. Secrecy and security. Even if the technology had been developed, keeping it secret and secure would have been a major concern. There would be risks of proliferation and misuse by various actors. Tesla's death ray remains one of the most intriguing and mysterious aspects of his work. While it was never fully developed or realized, the concept reflects Tesla's visionary thinking and his desire to push the boundaries of science and technology.